In a landfill in Newport, Wales, buried under 110,000 tons of trash, sits a hard drive containing 8,000 Bitcoin, worth somewhere between $700 and $750 million, depending on the market. The owner knows the exact section of the landfill where it was buried. The city council knows it's there. The entire world knows about it, but no one can touch it, and they probably never will. This is the true story of James Howells, the man who threw away a fortune bigger than most lottery jackpots. And unlike your original story, this one has no happy ending. Let's rewind to 2009. James Howells was a 28-year-old IT worker living in Newport, Wales. Bitcoin had just been created by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, and almost nobody cared. But James was different. As an IT professional, he understood the technology behind Bitcoin. He saw potential where others saw internet nonsense. So he did something that seemed crazy at the time. He started mining Bitcoin on his personal laptop. In those early days, Bitcoin was worthless. Mining was easy. James would run his laptop overnight and wake up to find 50, sometimes 100 Bitcoin waiting for him. His electricity bill was higher than the value of what he was mining. By early 2010, James had mined approximately 8,000 Bitcoin. He'd spent maybe a few £100 on electricity. But here's the problem. Constant mining absolutely destroys computer hardware. By mid-2010, James's laptop was overheating constantly. The fan sounded like a jet engine. The thing was dying. So James did what any sensible person would do. He stopped mining, removed the hard drive containing his Bitcoin wallet, and stored it safely in a desk drawer. Then he bought a new computer and moved on with his life. The hard drive sat in that drawer for 3 years. 3 quiet years where Bitcoin slowly, steadily began to gain value. James barely thought about it. Fast forward to 2013. James was doing a clear out of his home office. He had accumulated a lot of junk over the years. Old cables, broken keyboards, obsolete hardware. In his desk drawer, he found 2 hard drives. They looked identical. Both were standard laptop hard drives from around the same era. One was blank, just an old, wiped hard drive he'd been meaning to throw away for years. The other contained 8,000 Bitcoin. James grabbed what he thought was the blank drive and tossed it into a black garbage bag. The bag went into his bin. The bin was collected by Newport City Council's Waste Services. And just like that, $700 million worth of Bitcoin went to the landfill. James didn't realize his mistake immediately. It was a few months later, in late 2013, when Bitcoin started making headlines. The price had skyrocketed to over $1,000 per coin. People who'd bought Bitcoin as a joke were suddenly rich. James thought, hey, I should check on those Bitcoin I mined years ago. He went to his desk drawer, pulled out the hard drive, plugged it into his computer. It was blank, completely empty. His stomach dropped. He frantically searched his office, his closets, every drawer in his house. Then the horrible realization hit him. He'd thrown away the wrong hard drive. James stood in his office, trying to remember. When exactly had he done that clear out? 3 months ago? 4? He called the Newport City Council Waste Management Department. I need to know what happens to garbage after it's collected from my address. The answer was devastating. All household waste in Newport goes to the Docksway landfill site. Once it's there, it's buried under tons of new garbage every single day. James approached Newport City Council with a proposal. He would fund the entire excavation operation himself. He'd hire waste management experts, environmental specialists, whatever was needed. The council's response was clear: absolutely not. James left that meeting defeated. But he didn't give up. He couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. His entire life became consumed by the landfill. He's appeared on countless news programs, documentaries, and podcasts. He's become the face of lost Bitcoin. James offered the council an even better deal: 25% of recovered Bitcoin, plus funding for local community projects. If successful, Newport City would receive over $125 million. He presented this to the council in 2021. He was confident this time they would say yes. They said no. As of 2024, James is still fighting. The council maintains its position. Bitcoin's price fluctuates daily, but those 8,000 Bitcoin are currently valued at over $700 million, sometimes pushing toward $750 million.
So what can we learn from James Howells' tragedy? But here's what this story is really about. It's not just a Bitcoin tale. It's about how modern wealth only exists as long as we can access it. Digital or physical, your fortune means nothing if you can't reach it.